I think I've sort of figured out my lighting situation. That's totally not my blanket covering the window behind me. You know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm working on it. I don't have any curtains right now. As you can see, still not fully unpacked. We're getting to it, I promise. Okay, so full disclosure, it's been a minute since I've watched Yuri on Ice. I took a break last week because I wanted to catch up with NaNoWriMo stuff, and I caught way up, which is a great thing. And what happened in the previous episode was probably one of my favorite moments in anime ever. The kiss was entirely unexpected, and I still find it completely impossible to be normal about it. For those of you who know, and for those of you who don't, my name is TK. I'm a writer, a voice actress, and your resident lunatic. And today, we are watching the penultimate episodes of Yuri on Ice. And I'm really excited to get to the end of this show because there is something that's been bothering me. And I'm not quite sure how to verbalize it. It's not a problem with the show in and of itself, but it is how Victor went from not acknowledging Yuri to basically all he cares about is Yuri. I'm not sure how he got to that point. I'm not quite sure how to put it. Victor is a very, I don't want to say mysterious person, but he is quite complicated in the fact that he has been an insulated celebrity for most of his life. That kind of makes him a bit socially dysfunctional. It's kind of hard to tell how he got from point A to point B, and point B being, I am Yuri's coach and I love him very much. Like I said previously, their kiss in the previous episode has to be one of my favorite moments in anime ever. And I've watched a lot of anime, okay? That kiss was so emotionally satisfying. One of the biggest problems in romance, specifically romance in anime, there is one person who is kind of like the lowly everyman and then the aforementioned goddess or untouchable hottie, you know, and that might be how they started. But when Yuri finally started telling Victor, just shut up, stop trying to do whatever it is you're doing, I just need you to stick with me. A lot of romance anime is sort of missing that moment of just straight up honesty, because it always seems like there's someone being, for lack of better words, someone being worshipped. They're more treated as a goal. This is why I like Josei, because Josei is geared more towards an older audience, usually women, sometimes yes, sometimes no, it depends, because you see shows like Naruto and Dragon Ball Z and hell, even Demon Slayer. The end result is always more important than the emotional fallout. Josei is slice of life, or often takes place in the real world rather than a fantasy world, isn't necessarily a big adventure. It is mostly just people trying to deal with life. One of my favorite examples of this is a man and his cat, and she likes to cook, she likes to eat. One of the things that makes these manga so special, in my eyes at least, is the universal lesson that every adult has to learn, which is talent and success don't entitle you to happiness. For instance, the man from A Man and His Cat is a very, very successful businessman, but his wife passed away, which leads him to this kind of isolation and loneliness that he has to figure out on his own. Like, yes, having the cat around definitely helps. He is also forced to come to grips with his own grief on his own time. Just like the two women from She Likes to Cook, She Likes to Eat kind of have to overcome the isolation they feel while they are successful in their own fields, and one of them is an incredibly talented cook. Having that kind of success and that kind of talent can be incredibly isolating. Not just that, but it comes with a cost. Yuri's talent comes at the cost of his mental well-being. It causes him great anxiety to perform, and he struggles with his self-worth. With Victor, all this talent and all this success has cost him any sort of social leverage. Like, he can't seem to have a normal conversation with people, because when he tries to have a normal conversation with them, they either want to beat him, want to fawn over him, or want to yell at him. And I think that's one of the reasons he's attached himself to both Yuris, is because YURIO treats him like an aggravating older brother. In other words, like a normal person. And Yuri Katsuki is actually honest with him without making him feel like shit. And I think that's incredibly important, especially in the long run, and why I'm so confused as to why he got from point A to point B, because we are still thinking that Victor found Yuri from a random video that he he just happened to be tagged in. And it seems like a bit of a reach because the show is so grounded in reality. So we'll see. So I'm sure a lot of you know, because a lot of the people who watch this particular series are fans of the show and fans of ice skating just in general, that it is figure skating season. And so I've been watching it on cable. And I did watch that young man whose name entirely escapes me at the moment do that quadruple axel. And it was one of the coolest things I had ever seen. He said something that really struck me. The crowd was feeling good, I was feeling good, so I just did it and I succeeded. That is an artistic approach that people heavily criticize, but is a totally legitimate. One of the things I appreciate about the show is that it doesn't only pay attention to those inspirations of the other skaters. Chris is all about sexuality. Pitchit likes to relate his skating to all his favorite things, his favorite movies, how much he loves his country. And then you have skaters like Wong Ho who want to tell a story and perform as they're skating. I just really love that attention to detail. Now, with that being said, some of the routines go on for a little bit too long. The next couple of episodes, things have gotten quite a bit more complicated. Victor's beloved dog is very sick. Yuri basically has enough empathy to say, no, you need to go see the dog because it might be the last time you get to see him. However, that means that Yuri is on his own. And we've already seen that Yuri can fly, but can he fly without Victor? Yakov did not say no. He said, what? He did not decline. What I'm really worried about is what's gonna happen to YURIO. He's already under a lot of pressure. He's already not feeling great. He's frustrated. He feels sort of left out, maybe even a little abandoned. His grandpa's not there, the one person that he found really encouraging. So I'm actually really afraid of what might happen to YURIO as a result. Is he going to push himself too hard? He could disappoint Yakov. He can disappoint Victor, but YURIO doesn't handle being disappointed in himself well. I'm actually a little bit worried for the kid, and I'm actually surprised I'm saying that because when I first got introduced to him, I didn't like him that much. Now, with that being said, let us put on our headphones and commence with the drama, my friends. You know, Crunchyroll keeps telling me to skip the intro, but I don't think I will. I have something to say about the intro, especially because the thing about the intro is the more you listen to the lyrics, the more apropos they become. As Yuri is skating, I'm tired of feeling like I'm never enough. Honestly, at some point, you do get tired of feeling inadequate or not good at something that you're passionate about. And eventually, you do have to make the choice to buckle down and do what you can to get as good as possible at it. And, you know, sometimes that means practicing, sometimes it means dropping some cash, it could mean anything. Now, you could make the argument that a lot of what happened to Yuri is luck, but I think it's a little more complicated than that. Everyone needs a little bit of luck every once in a while, but no matter how lucky he might have gotten, he still had to work incredibly hard to get to where he is right now. And even still, he's not the best. Like I said before, trying really hard does not entitle you to success. That's one of the reasons I don't like the archetype of, as long as I work really hard, I can accomplish anything. Huh? Yes. I don't think that's true. I'm sure he will be. I hope the dog's okay. You can't kill 2 dogs in this show. I'd be really offended. Because Yakov still loves Victor like a son. Oh no! His granddad is adorable! That's probably not true. I feel like he's gonna disappoint himself. Group 2. Yeah, definitely, that is true. Eat Skater has gone into this with his own hopes and fears. This is totally not Dancing to Blade Runner. Totally not Dancing to Blade Runner. He loves Daft Punk. I mean, who doesn't? Ooh, and he's doing really, really well. Ooh. Oh, wow. She's cutting him off early. Before the free skate? Girl, I feel like you could have waited till after the Grand Prix to do that. Ooh, and he's doing really, really well. Also, if you see me doing this with my neck, I pulled a muscle in my neck painting my kitchen yesterday. Bro, you need to work on your codependency issues. Chill. And I'll start dating. Yuri's not that bad. Mickey, you need to relax, dude. Oh, he's been doing so well, and now he's falling apart. Oh, but he's still got the crowd, and he's still doing well. He's tired, though. Oh, but he's still doing all right. Currently in first place. I don't know, maybe you needed to consult a therapist before you decided to make your brother work on his codependency issues. Yeah, dude, she's in the audience. She's like, just look up. I'm giving this guy a hard time because there is no mercy for these kinds of relationships in anime. This guy is having like an actual problem with codependency. He needs a therapist, but it's also just kind of like, you see this trope in anime all the time and it's like, ugh. Doing some ice skating to Michael Bubble. Focus on a girl that's not your sister, maybe? Go to therapy? Take some Xanax? I don't know, man. Okay, but he did not break up with his sister. He did not, that's not something that happened. She was bullied a lot. Oh, but then once she became attractive, those boys started asking her out. I see. Yeah, you guys need to spend some time apart. She's your sister, not your girlfriend, buddy. It's perfectly normal for siblings to spend time apart. That's what happens when you kind of live like an isolated lifestyle. Of course she's feeling overwhelmed. Oh, he's nervous. No! Yes! Oh yeah, and he's nervous. A little bit. Yurio, you can't do that, buddy. And he's very disappointed. Oh, poor thing. Yeah, he's very upset. I knew he would be. He's such an intense person. Having a failure like that has got to have a huge effect on his mental state. What the fuck are these costumes? Yakov, we need to talk, okay? Stop choosing these costumes for your male skaters. Skaters who choose classical music for their free skate are on a different level. They are so terrifyingly intense. Okay, let's see how this turns out. I'm afraid for him. Oh, okay. Yes, he is. He's way too excited. Oh my god. Just keep it together, kiddo. Come on. How does Yurio always stay so calm? He's not. Yurio's literally never calm. He's like the Hulk. He's always angry. I'm just afraid he's gonna injure himself. Like, that's my biggest fear. Injuries in skating can take you out for like a couple of years. They took Yu Young out for 18 months. Oh, he ended up, yeah, he was feeling good and ended up in 3rd place. Now, is he going to mess up or is this only going to push Yuri to try harder? Yeah, this kid's focused. Wow, okay, good. Oh, she's so proud! I love that. And Granddad's proud too. Excellent. Okay, you know what? You know what? I'm proud of him. He did so well. Good job, Yurio. Oh, a genuine smile from this kid, finally. But that only pushes Yuri to do more. Because he also has the motivation to encourage Victor wherever he is. Yes, yes you do. Okay, no, calm down, Yuri. There you go. Remember, you need to encourage Victor wherever he is. This man literally just came up to him while naked. You gotta concentrate. You need to stop monologuing, my guy. But no, this time you've got other people. Like, you felt lonely and isolated. This time, you've got someone else with you. Remember, Victor is with you even though he's not there. And he still believes in you even though he's not there. Keep going. And Yurio's starting to encourage him. JJ, shut the fuck up! You do, because you're older. It's about you. It's about you. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, you are. See, this is how it's becoming all about Yuri. It's becoming all about Yuri and his competition. Oh, good. Yes! This is what I'm talking about! I'm so proud of him. God, that's one thing I love about sports animes. There's so much triumph. Sometimes you just gotta focus on yourself, the belief in the self, and I'm gonna stop ranting. I need to watch this because this is so good. Every time Yuri skates, it's a revelation, and I fucking love it! Oh my god, fuck off, JJ. I love it. Wonderful. Good job, Yuri. Even Yakov is proud. Get off the floor. Somebody help him. Oh. Ooh, it's a higher score than Yuri expected too. Oh. Aw. Oh my god, JJ. Like, I'm already sick of him. So, JJ is kind of working off of the desire to surpass Victor through the people he's taught. I don't know why I don't like him so much, but I don't. You're not that important, JJ. Who are you, Adam? Relax. Somebody draw that for me. Someone please draw JJ as Adam from Skate the Infinity, please. He's doing very well. He was able to pull that all off. Oh, so they're tied. Yeah, but Mickey's still not feeling great. But Mickey's not in a good state of mind. Can I be in the audience? Damn. Oh, so he did qualify. Listen, I'm experiencing a certain kind of relief. I'm hugging everyone. Yeah, no, I know that feeling. Yeah, and now you need to redeem yourself. It really is your last chance. No. Don't go that far. Yeah, thank you. You have no right to feel down. You have no excuse. Use your fucking food, you bitch. Aw. So YURIO does believe in him to an extent. That's so cute. Oh, no, stop it! That's so cute. So Yuri barely managed to qualify. Oh, now he needs to do his best for Yuri too. And the dog's okay. But you are almost 25, so. Oh, and the little doggy! I love him. Something round and golden. Oh, the fucking... I'm gonna give him what YURIO gave him. Alright, next episode. I'm not gonna take a break this time, because last time I got too excited. A lot of what Yuri does is for Victor. He is starting to realize that it's mostly for himself. It's his skating career, not Victor's. People might be thinking about Victor when they see him perform, but it's about him. I say this in every episode, but he comes to the revelation every episode, and he gets there little by little by little. He now knows where he wants to stand with Victor, and that is beside him for as long as possible. When I get away from skating to life and love. I've been neglecting both for over 20 years. Wow, that's a hell of a thing to say. Yes! The only place that's warm in December is Australia. I was like, it's either Chris or JJ, and it doesn't sound like JJ. Don't let me stop you. You two have very weird relationship. So this episode is about Victor. Yeah, he's 26, right? Oh, 25. That's how a lot of people feel, I've noticed. But when I met him, he was a fucking dork. That's usually how it goes. Chris has always been his buddy. That's actually kind of sweet. Yakov, you need to stop parenting your skaters. Don't be mean to them. They are your admirers. He actually felt really bad about losing to JJ, which I feel bad for. The thumbs down. Oh, bless him. Oh my god, JJ, fuck off. Said you ugly ass bitch. Oh, that's his fiance. Aren't you only 19? Because he's an egotistical asshole, that's why. And that's the serious face guy. Okay. I have a medal. I work very hard. This man is allergic to smiling. No, I don't like you. No, Otabek seems to be an interesting character. Does YURIO know Otabek? Is that Pitchit? I can't tell. Just go. You don't have to tell me. Okay, yeah, this is Pitchit. Skillful selfies. Aw, they were buds. That's so cute. Jet-lagged sleeping beauty. Practice, practice, and practice. Oh, wow. They've been together for about 8 months now. Wow. So basically, he's been heaven on earth to him is getting to spend time with his dog, spend time with his friends, eat the food he wants, and just relax for a little bit. That says a lot. Everybody's out enjoying themselves. You sleeping. And Yuri's like, I'm tired. Jet lag doesn't mess around, man. You can't let past failures. This is not that. I know the Grand Prix makes you nervous. This is not the past. This is now. You need to focus on now. Oh, God. Okay, no one cares. Sorry, I don't like JJ either, YURIO, sorry. Also, he's only 19, and he's getting married? That's a little on the nose. Jeez, Victor. This show was made back in 2019. This is has nothing to do with the conflict in Ukraine. It is too big. It's too big, though. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Who is this? Is this Otabek? That is Otabek. Okay. The fairy of Russia. Yeah, sure. As if YURIO could be that delicate. No, I reckon they have plenty in common. Oh, so they're close to the same age. Basically, gang recognize gang. Please don't push him off of the roof. You know, speaking of Russian skaters, they've actually been banned from competing since the conflict in Ukraine. Mostly because there are some Russian skaters who were making a ruckus in support of Russia, or being forced to. You might be a rival, but would still like to be friends with you? You should be friendly with your competitors. That's very wholesome. Now back to the main story. Anyways, back to me. Nope, they left it. To be fair, Victor is the reason you dropped it. We can go back tomorrow. It's not that big of a deal. Are they arguing? Really? Even though most of Russia is Catholic? Oh, he's noticed little details about him. That's so cute. What are you looking for at a Maria Dolores store? Oh, those look expensive, Yurio. I keep getting confused between Yuri and Yurio. And he's paying it with his credit card. This is a very interesting choral choice for this. If I'm familiar with my choral traditions, it's the companion piece to Beata Viscera, which is the birth of Jesus, but it's about Mary and Joseph. Oh. So it is like a marriage proposal. I'm gonna cry. Oh, and the fact that they love and trust each other so much now is just breaking me. I love it. Also, paella's fucking delicious. I need you all to know this. They're having a conversation. Leave him alone. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a good question. Oh god, even in animes they have those awful chairs. Wait, what? Whoa! What? So that's why Yurio has an issue with him. Of course he did. Oh! So it's hereditary. They said nothing about this in episode 1. So yeah, his coach had dragged him out. He just started drinking. I have done this before. During a particularly difficult Christmas, I just kept pounding mimosas. That was definitely a sufficiently inebriated family photo. Oh, and Chris notices it right off the bat. Oh my god. Pitch, it's like, oh my god, congratulations. Oh my god. Pigeon is so messy. I love him. Otabek is like, yes, congratulations. Yurio's like, I want death. I like that deal. I like that deal. So you have marriage on the line. Okay, bet. Oh my god. I understand that JJ's not a bad guy, but I can't fucking stand him. This is why you don't get along with other skaters, JJ's, because you're fucking loudmouth. Yuri kind of got a little excited at the final banquet last year. That's something that they left out. Oh, the rings. I love it so much. Yeah, kinda. This kid cannot say anything normally. That looked angry, and it probably was, but that is Victor bringing Yurio to his level. Yeah, it does. Probably cold as fuck, though. Well, do find you inspiring, Yuri. You need to come to grips with that. I know it's anxiety-inducing. I just came here to say good luck. I'ma leave, I promise. Oh, let those two date. They make an adorable couple. Aww. Oh, and he's talking to a new girl! Good! Move on! And Yuri has a fan. It makes sense that Otabek and Yurio get along. They're both very intense people who have trouble expressing their feelings. Oh, we're almost done! Okay, so then we got the short program, and then the last episode's probably gonna be the free skate. Oh! Yuri was a mess! Oh, Yuri was a real mess, and apparently very good at breakdancing. And so this is why Yurio feels a bit competitive with him. Victor's like, let's get in on it. Yuri. Oh, God. You know, understand, Chris is the only reason this is not a scandal above all else. Oh my God. Yuri was the most extroverted he's ever been. Oh, that's what made Victor notice. Okay. This music is insane. That's amazing. Oh! That's how it happened? Are you serious? That's amazing. Let this be known that champagne is dangerous. When you are in a professional setting, when you are at a professional banquet, limit yourself to 3 drinks. I know there's an open bar, but limit yourself to 3 drinks that you know well, because the more you drink, the worse things are gonna get. I have been in this situation before. Twice, actually. Once with my family and once in a professional setting, and while neither of them turned out to be the disaster that what Yuri was, it's still, listen, there is a slim chance that you might be able to meet the man of your dreams and get the coach you've always needed and be able to succeed in your career because of that. There's an infinitesimally small chance that that might happen, so stay sober, everybody. One of the biggest moments, of course, in this series was the exchange of rings, and as someone who has recently gotten engaged, relationships are promises, and broken promises hurt. You should not break a promise, and there is often no excuse to. When you have the parallel of Mickey and Sala and Yuri and Victor, you start to become aware of how badly Victor and Yuri's relationship could have gone had they not made this promise to each other. Or Sarah, I believe they say in the English dub. They are codependent on each other. Sala is very dependent on her brother's idolization, whereas Mickey is very dependent on her validation. Victor and Yuri could have very easily ended up that way, even though they're not related. Because in the previous episodes, Yuri had that moment of honesty, communication is no longer an issue for them. And that is the one thing you have to remember about relationships. Relationships thrive on communication. What I've learned over the last couple of months moving in with my fiance is that there aren't supposed to be secrets in a relationship. Everything is shared. You are intrinsically tied to each other. You sleep in the same bed, in the same room. It would take work to hide something. And to hide that is a breaking of that promise that you have made with that person. And one of the things that Yuri and Victor are working on is not to hide things from each other, which is not to hide how they truly feel. They have been forced to hide those things because Yuri doesn't want to seem too nervous. Victor doesn't want to seem too proud. Victor at all times has to seem perfect. There's so much good symbolism in this show and so much commentary on how adult relationships work because adult relationships are inherently complicated. Like the relationship between Chris and Victor is a complicated one. Regardless of how buddy-buddy they seem, they've been friends for a really, really long time. But they are also rivals. Chris does have to grapple with the disappointment that he'll probably never compete against Victor again. He will also have to come to the realization that even though they can no longer compete, they can still be friends, or maybe even now they can be even closer friends now that they don't have to compete. Especially when it comes to Otabek and YURIO. Now they have something in common. They are both very intense people. They're pretty much the exact same kind of skater. Relationships are complicated, especially adult relationships. You need to communicate with them. And after you finish communicating with them, you still need to like them. So you have to do it respectfully. I could go on and on and on, but I won't. I'll save that for the last episode. Relationships are complicated, and this show, above most shows I've seen, knows that. It treats it with respect. They treat all these characters with respect. Yes, even JJ. I adore this show. It's so good for many reasons. There are a lot of people I feel that really love this show simply because it's a BL, but there are so many other reasons to love it. And I hope that I can fully explain those reasons in the last 2 episodes. So with that being said, please like if you like this video, please subscribe if you really like this video and would like to see more. If you would like to support the channel, you can find me on Patreon, where I post reactions the day before they're posted on YouTube. So I usually post on Wednesdays and Fridays, even though I've only been posting once a week lately. Any episode posted on Wednesday will be on Patreon on Tuesday. Episode on Friday will be released on Thursday, and they are full, uncut. I am not sure how I am going to get this streaming schedule to work. If I have it my way, we will be playing either Bloodborne or God of War Ragnarok. I'm gonna try my best to do Souls-like games. I need to play adult games. I love JRPGs, I love Persona 5, I love Tales of Vesperia. I love them, but I need to switch it up. You can find me on every piece of social media, Instagram, Tumblr, TikTok, and Twitter, but mostly Tumblr and TikTok, because fuck Twitter. Hear me, fuck Twitter, fuck Twitter, fuck you, Musk. And with that being said, thank you for watching. Stay weird, lovelies, and happy eating.